Hey everybody, happy Saturday. I hope everybody is thriving today. Look, I want to talk to you about boundary setting. Why is it a problem when we want boundaries or when we set boundaries for people? They don't like to respect boundaries. I don't get it. It's not to be offensive to anybody. It's for our protection, and it's just a matter of respect. But it seems like when you set, okay, so let me back up a little bit. Here's the deal. When you, for one, are used to being a yes person, you don't have any boundaries, because the answer, anybody asks you to do anything, the answer is always yes. And for us yes people, setting boundaries is very difficult. Can be very difficult because you feel like you don't ever want to disappoint someone. But we're not disappoint. What I'm learning over the years, what I've learned is I'm not disappointing anybody, but what I am doing is shortchanging myself, making myself get the short end of the stick by not setting boundaries. And by putting everybody else before me, so everybody else is getting satisfaction. They're getting their needs met when I'm not. And that's because I don't know how to set boundaries, or I used to not know how to set boundaries. It's still a challenge for me, and I believe it probably stems from childhood. And it just spilled over into adulthood. So let's see. And so when I do eventually set a boundary, well, here's the thing about boundary setting. Sometimes we wait too late into the game to set the boundary, and that's where the problem comes in at. So if you set the boundary up front, in the beginning of any relationship, friendship, situationship, you set the boundary up front, then later on down the line, we don't have a problem, because everybody already knows coming into your life and into your experience what to expect, what you will tolerate and what you will not tolerate. So boundary setting, it's healthy. There's nothing wrong with it. I used to think that there was, something wrong with setting a boundary or telling a person, well, no, I'm not comfortable with doing that. Example. So one of my rules over the years have come into play is I don't loan money, or at least I don't loan any more than I can afford to lose if I don't get it paid back. That way it doesn't ruin friendships or relationships. And then I don't buy things for men, friend or otherwise. So I had a particular male friend, well, yeah, something like that, that was asking me to, that had asked me to purchase an expensive item, and that he would pay me back he would pay me back later on. Well, that was beyond my boundary that I had set in, one of my rules, a non-negotiable rule. And so I, as politely as I could, said, well, no, I'm not comfortable with that. That's just out of my realm of, what I would do for, anybody. I don't loan money like that. I don't buy expensive stuff like that in hopes that you will pay me back someday. Because just think, what if you do this favor and then you fall out? You are never going to see that money again. So that's why I don't do it. And that was a boundary that was set. Now, if you set boundaries and you express this to somebody that's supposed to be a friend, then it should be received with love and great understanding. Not so much. That person got kind of upset. Not outright upset, but you know, you can tell when somebody felt some kind of way about a decision that you made, especially if you told them no and they're used to being told yes all the time. So that person blocked me. Now, even though they claim, and this went on for about a week, and I really enjoyed the you know, the communication and the camaraderie that we had established. But you blocked me because I said no, I'm not, you know, that's out of my realm, out of my comfort zone, or just something that is a no-go for me, period. Not only just for you, but for anybody. And so when the person ended up calling back after about a week, I really should have evaluated that situationship or friendship or whatever at that point in time. But of course, they denied that it was a block and something was wrong with the phone, you know, blah blah blah, like you know, like we got stupid written across their forehead. And so I allowed the person to come back in as a friend and move on from there. But that's just one example of boundary setting, and when people get upset when you set your boundaries. If it's a true friend or a true person that really cares about you, they're going to respect your boundaries. Another person that has a problem with the boundaries that I set is my mother. She does not respect my boundaries. I don't know if it's because she has the title mother, but still, you still have to respect people's boundaries, regardless. If it's your child, if it's your parent, if it's your spouse, a friend, whoever has a boundary that's set, respect it. What is the problem with that? And my mother, she always crosses boundaries. I would tell her or ask her, you know, with respect to a parking situation, please make sure you don't block this part of the driveway so that I can get in and out at my leisure. Every time I look up, she parking it right exactly where I asked not to park. That is first of all, it's disrespectful, and it is crossing my boundary. I ask you something repeatedly nice, respect it. I don't understand what the problem is, but I know for me, I respect people's boundaries. I respect people's space. If I have a friend that tells me, or an associate or whatever, hey, I'm going to disconnect for a few days, you know, I'm not going to be in reach for communication, I understand that. It's okay for people to disconnect and regroup. You know, you never know what somebody is going through. So do me a favor. If you have somebody that, at least I have the wherewithal to tell you, or at least that person had the wherewithal to tell you and not just shut down and disappear. As a friend or as an associate or as somebody close, they tell you, or I tell you, hey, you know, I'm going to disconnect for a little bit, a few days. When I resurface, I'm going to reach back out to you and, you know, hope all is well. Nothing's wrong majorly, but I just need, you know, some time to myself. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you think something is wrong with that, in the comment section, please let me know. Because I would much rather have my friend let me know. And then when they resurface, I can have the conversation with them. Okay, are you good? I hope that reset or whatever it was you had to do for yourself, I hope it helped you. And if there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. I'm here for you. That's the type of information or conversation I would like to have after a reset, you know, or a disconnect for a minute. There's nothing negative about that. And I don't understand why people get offended if somebody tells them, because I've had people get offended when I've had to do that. And it's nothing personal at all. It's nothing against the other person. We have every right to put ourselves first, do what it is we need to do for ourselves, because if we're not healthy and whole and healed and thriving, how can we be that for somebody else? Or how can we contribute to somebody else's happiness, health, wellness, and so on and so forth? So I just want to talk about, boundaries, and the other part about self-care, and letting you know that it's okay to disconnect if you need to. And if everybody embraced that, then we would be in a much better place as human beings. Everybody's always taking things personal. But please, 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 please set boundaries. And when you set them up front. That way, later on down the line, people know who you are, where you're coming from, what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate. And it makes life so much easier. Anyway, I hope this has resonated with somebody. Boundaries are important. They keep you healthy. They keep situations healthy. Give the video a thumbs up. Comment. Please comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. And subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, welcome. I love you. I welcome you here. Thank you for all the subscribers that I do have. Keep coming back and looking at the videos and supporting me. I appreciate each and every one of you. You just don't know. Going from a fresh new channel to, I think I'm at 323 subscribers at this point. I'm so grateful, and I'm looking forward to continuing to grow in this space. It is tough sometimes, but you know what? Let me retract that. I don't even want to put that energy out there. It's only tough if you think it's tough. I think it's easy, and I know that the channel is going to continue to grow. I know that those that are for me, my tribe is out there, and they'll find their way to me. This algorithm will push it out there to who needs to get this information. But anyway, I'm going to go. I have to go work out. I'm trying to get right for the summertime. Yes. Boop. Anyway, okay. Love you guys. Don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell when you subscribe. That way you get notified when I put out new videos, because a lot of times people will subscribe. I don't know if they do it because they like the channel. I don't know if they do it just out of kindness. But if you want to continue to see content, because I want you to come back and watch every video that I put out, because it's going to be very informational, transformational, motivational, all that good stuff. So make sure you subscribe with the intent to look at other videos, and that you like the content. Leave me a comment in the comment section. I'll see you guys in the next video. I gotta run. Okay, bye.